today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Winston and the Tennessee Titans taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Tennessee Titans. Teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's got room. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 16 carries, 67 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. For the Bears at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's got some space here. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. On the move past the 40. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Flush to his right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Henry up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They go play action. Winston. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Buddy Johnson there on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. From the gun, Winston. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Now Cairo Santos, who was briefly a member of the Bears, on for the field goal try. Santos' kick is up and through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Play action. It's Fields. They'll roll it. Fields hit and the ball is loose. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chicago offense set to get started. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap. Fields buying time to his left. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Fields to commit there for a Chicago first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Now it's Fields on the move to his left. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff for Herbert. Malik Harrison on the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert once more. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Here's a give to Herbert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go,
a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Here's Fields.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Rolling to his left.
Locates Mooney on the out route.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Fields on first down. There's Mooney with another catch.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up for first and goal.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And this time he is in.
Yes.
David Montgomery as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Well, no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that loss week at the hands of Seattle. Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he powers his way up past the 30. Caleb Farley there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run here with Herbert. And some room to roam now. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the 2nd half.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Open man completes it to Claypool. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
One play action. Fields sliding out of the pocket. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now Herbert. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Off the play fake, Winston. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. That one goes for 24 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Winston. Going to the right here and finding Burks. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Now a handoff to Henry. Oh, look at the juke. Down to about the 23.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Winston on 3rd and 2. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to Montgomery on second down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Inside handoff, Henry. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 130 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Winston. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Oh, they'll try the jet sweep here with Lazard. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Mike's 50. Let's go defense.
Winston now. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And no return here for White. It'll be a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Fields. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
They snap it to Fields. Steps away. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This is Herbert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Herbert once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go away.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And his kick is good. Despite the rainstorm, a good snap, a good hold, and the kick went through. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to